In today's video, I'm going to discuss about the value and why it is important for us to know our value and what is value and why it is important and where the values come from or how can we deal with or how can we know our value and how we live accordingly with our value system. The first thing I would like to say is that the very first time I come across the value for the behavior change or the change making change in our life or business, where the very first person is uh, Mr. Dr. D. Martini, and he was the polymath. He was the pioneer on the knowing value, creating value, and working with your value. It is ultimate thing. If I can say that, what is the value? What I have understood from my point of view is that anything that is core to ourself and which is reflected or demonstrated in our day-to-day life in various domains, like what we most like and what is the most important to us. For example, if there is a ground and people are playing, and if you are spontaneously go for the play for any game, it means, and if you have a few friends along with you and they are not going to play or take participate, it means that somehow you value the playing games or the being kind of athlete or being a player, or the which is must be where our physical movements, physical aspect is involved in that. Means for a lot of people, values like health is the value, money is the value, like our hobby is the valuable, and what we are most against for and what we are most uh, favor for, what we are stand for. It is something is the trigger point, we can say that, where is something is happening surrounding us in any place, and if we get if we move spontaneously to take some action or to do some action behavior, that means it is something important for me. For example, I'll always observe in my wife itself is that she is very memorable. She has a very strong memories when it's come to uh, things, or which is groceries or like jewelries is where he was kept or where it is kept in our home. But all these things are, I don't care at all what's the location, where it has been put it, or like that. But she is always remembering exactly to the point that immediately one of the 10 years she will know that this is the thing that you have told me or I have put it here, but I never mind all these things. So this is the mainly it is the value. It is means core principle or the belief that guides our decision, our action, and for in order to make changes which is beneficial to us. And the values act as a compass. Like we are moving in the jungle, and if we have a compass, then we can direct our path without taking any mistakes, or without deviating from our path. And if we have compass, there is a clear directions, or the we can follow that path and reach to the destination, because it will provide a clarity and motivation to act. And without aligning our action which is as per our value, we are get demotivated, we are get frustrated, we do procrastinate, or we ignore like that. Because and if most of the thing, those student or those students who are toppers or are in the top 5 ranks, it means that the study or the reading or the solving academic questions and reading and scoring marks is always the value for them. In the same manner, the suppose that actors are, they value is the feeling of importance. No matter what, if you don't give them importance in a place, then they will not going to interact, they will not take any interest to that thing. So this is basically value is, and this is the reason of it is important. And what are the values? Values are deeply held belief or the core principle where we are operate from or where we are take decisions, make some choices we demonstrated in life. If there's a exercise or health is not in our topmost priority of the value, we likely we are not do exercise properly. Even we don't try to walk for our health itself, we didn't, we take casually which is anything come to our health, and we get obese, and we get shapeless, and we accumulate the fats, and we ultimately become prone to the unnecessary illness in our life. And where do this value manifest means values are show up in every aspect of our life, like a relationship, work, health, hobbies, business, our career, our growth, or our decay, whatever may be. And misaligning between our values, our action, and our choices is often leads to the disappointment or the disconnection from self, and uh, we go back to the feeling of in the essence of the low self esteem or the low self worth. We undermine, we underestimate our own ability. And for example, that if wherever we are working and the type of the job is not aligned with our core value, then we likely to be feel doing that work in a motivation way or in a excited way. We always do for the sake of doing, by forceful, by rule, by making the living, by doing the survival purpose itself. So this is the thing that value are very meaningful thing in the our life. And how to discover our value, what we are value the most? The first thing that we have to check our patterns of certain behaviors or the actions in different domain of our day-to-day lifestyle. And what is the thing that we always keeping surrounding us within a 2 feet of our distance? Because I always have this kind of books in front of me. It means that reading books or the gaining some kind of knowledge or having the brief knowledge of various topics in self improvement or the self development or personal transformations. Because I'm always by nature I'm very curious. I always try to explore, which is making meaning to me only, not for the others. So that is the thing, which is the value, and we can demonstrate it in our day-to-day life. For kids or the peoples, those are the playing games and they are making money out of their games, and they are innovating or creating something out from video games. It means that playing the games or the working uh, digital reward is the also is the value. And how to live according to our value. And if we know our value, the one best resource is that if you want to know your value or the hierarchy of the value and priorities in our life, then go for the website called the Dr. John D Martini, where you always find in a front page that determine our value. And once we determine our value, it will ask 13 to 17 questions, and based on that it will give a brief summary in a graphical manner, what do you value most. And it is bifurcated in terms of health, wealth, relationship, personal, individual, our career and growth. And it is boiled down to the key 5 things that you value the most. And if you are not doing, or if you are not aligning our those value, if you are going away from those our value, then we always putting ourselves in the stressful manner, anxiety, we feel anxiety, we feel a maniac like of normal kind of work. And for that to, and how to live according to that, we must set our goals, or we must chase our goals which is aligned to our value. If education or the teaching is not our value, and if you try to do or fit in the teaching line or the teaching field, then though we will make money, but it will not give us tremendous amount of satisfaction or inner fulfillment, which is core to maintain our overall well-being energy or frequency, can we can say that. And that goals, and we do certain behaviors according to that action which is leading us to achieve our goal as well. And regularly evaluate or track our values from the same questionnaires, or we can make a note of that by journaling, hourly journaling, what we are thinking, what we are choosing, how we are selecting the things, how we perceiving the world, or how we making the choices, or which is the what is the inclination where we are more inclined to or where more against to. For example, protection or the to protect is the topmost value for our soldiers, because they have been trained and they are very good at protecting us from the enemies. And uh, and those people or the soldiers are by default, they value most the country or value most the protection or the safety. In the same way, what we are value in our life, if the relationship or having the good relationship with our surrounding, our neighbors, our colleagues, our friends, our siblings, and if it is longer, then it means that we value the relationship. And if we are so much brutal, so much like usefulness or selfishness kind of thing, then it means that we not value maintaining the relation for a longer time. It is a shorter and rewardful, we maintain or we take it only to the mark that which is beneficial to either of us. And we always making things up with like a zero sum game. And once we achieve those goals, we try to put away, cut ourselves from that situation or that event, from that. So this is all about the value. And in today's time, knowing the value and living by the value is the key factor to live a happy full, or live a like a freedom, or we at least we satisfied from within. Anything that is making us discomfort or making us not feeling well, or some kind of loneliness or the disgustful, it's mean we are attracting or we are repelling the energy of not valuable to us. And we have to be very micro conscious to the our uh, smallest or the micro actions. When you're dealing with this situation, every time we take a something, we are choosing either in one side, either in the another sides. And what the side we choosing the most, and if what is the feelings or the effect is making us on for a longer period of time duration, that must be your value. And we can out of that value, and if we are make something tangible from that value, and we can make a living out of that value as well. So thank you, and that's all about the value. So always try to be work, find, discover our own value, and try to act, try to be, and try to cultivate the habits or the routines or creating the system to so that we can work as per our value, not by the injected value or the our compromised value, because our value is sometimes compromised and we feel defended or offended for from that thing to happen. And this is the thing that is giving us to look for, and it will going to helpful in lot of manner.